Good evening, everyone. Today is the 2nd of February 2017. It's about 7:57 p.m. Central Time right now. I think this is probably like my second time making this video. Just kept getting interrupted and just keep losing my thoughts. Been a long day today, but got a follow-up question on this spreadsheet that I was trying to analyze from a viewer. So let me pull that up. Okay, so this was the video I created trying to analyze this spreadsheet here, and the follow-up question came from let's see, one second. Okay, so the first one is it looks like there's an error in data calculation. Average loss in the system 1 and 2 is lower than the min loss. Maybe I've overlooked something. Um, Actually, I don't know if I quite explained that completely or right, but okay. So this average loss that you're seeing in this column is that's what I'm assuming that this individual is referring to. And actually, I have two of them. This one right here averages all of the sample that I received, which is there's 236 total trades, and I just basically went from the very first data and then went all the way down, and I averaged the whole thing, and that's these values right here. So the reason why uh, this is different value relative to this min loss right here is that because this one averages the whole entire sample, including the scratch trade, which I'm assuming you have -$3 that are hanging around here. So I'm assuming those are scratch, and they're just this individual just paid commissions, and that's why the values are different. Now for these min max loss, um, these are the the loss incurred during the trade. So basically, if your full stop gets got hit, basically, and so for the max loss, that's the maximum loss that I was able to capture based off of system one, and then this is the minimum stop that got hit. So this is really looking at a particular trade, and I didn't consider the scratch. This is a scratch trade. I just kind of throw it out. And this average loss right here is really the average of these two numbers, and that's how I got 515. So I think that probably clears out that concern right there. So this is the individual that gave me the spreadsheet, and he had a follow-up question. So the question is, what do you recommend to learn on how to evaluate my back, or what do you recommend to me to learn how to evaluate my back-tested system similar to how you did? I honestly never heard of random generator before, and this is my first doing a back test. So that's and I actually responded to an email that he had sent, and actually, to be honest, uh, I guess I'm just sharing to everyone that I was kind of stumped with this question because quite a loaded one, to be honest. I didn't know uh, exactly how to answer this question, so I'm gonna try my best. And actually, um, the way I analyze crunch numbers, um, honestly, it was just a habit for me now. Um, I'm not sure if this individual knew, but my background's in engineering and mathematics, so number crunching, analyzing things, is just almost second nature to me. So it just happened to be there. Now, do you have to be an engineer to learn how to crunch and analyze data? No, absolutely not. So, you know, I think my best recommendation is really to just, a simple question of, can I do better? And how can I do better? And to be honest, that's how I got started with your spreadsheet. So I just pretty much, I was looking at the numbers, and first of all, if you just have these numbers right here, you know, it's just a number. So how do you look at, how do you quantify or qualify, one better than the other, right? So knowing, certain metrics that every trader goes through, those are the kind of things that I wrapped the system in. So mainly, as you can see, you know, I'm crazy about P&L and risk reward ratio. Statistical being right and being wrong, you know, um, is important. So that this tells you how well you're doing as a trader. So these are the metrics that I consistently look at, even on my trade. So every time, I have a weekly review, monthly review that actually I started recently, just started doing weekly review and then monthly review and my risk reward ratio, how long I hold on to a trade, stuff like that. Those are the things, because sometimes I used to hold on to a loser for a long time, and then yet I'm too fast to cash out when my trade's starting green. And the only way that you're going to track that is if you enter your when the times on when you enter and when you get out. So and a lot of these back testing results is really helped me cure my trading disease. I don't know how to explain it, but that's how I was able to correct some of the bad habits that I had. And I mean, till now, there are things that I'm still correcting till this day. So it's not perfect. Every day it's a brand new, fresh day, and you just don't know what you're going to get, right? So, how to learn it, really, I mean, it's just I guess when you develop a obsession to your performance, it's a how do I call it? It's just one of those things that you'll just develop over time. So I mean, it's good that you're entering your trade. You're trying to track performance on each and every. So these, to me, the systems that you have that you sent me. I mean, it's good to track them. I mean, you have three separate ideas that you're kind of playing with, and it's good that you're tracking them and seeing which system is better, which one can be improved, and all of these system. It's an idea, right? So you got to start somewhere. So it's good to start somewhere than not have anything at all and just kind of shotgun everything and expect things are going to be okay. I mean, I think that's kind of once you probably heard the saying that what is this called? Failing to plan is planning to fail. So that's so what you have here really is you sound like you have a systematic way of handling your trading till you get to started trading real money. So it's good that that you're tracking them. So as far as recommendation, I say just keep picking at it. Keep asking yourself. One question that I always ask myself is, can I do better, or what can I do to make this better? Something actionable that you can take, and like I said, over time is just, you'll just develop, a habit on what to look for. And if it doesn't make sense now, keep doing what you're doing. go back in this video 3 months from now, and I guarantee you, you'll you'll hit something. You'll hit an idea. You'll run into something. I promise. So so let's see the second one. I'm still confused why system one may do as well over the long term. 236 more trades, as you explained. At 12:03, can you give a short explanation, please? So uh, let's see. I'm gonna pause this video, watch it, and I'll be back. Okay, so I'm back. I watched the video several times actually, and I'm not quite sure. Maybe this timestamp is not right, but says I'm still a bit confused why System One may do as well over the long term. Um, okay, so I can go back to this spreadsheet here. So okay, so keep in mind. So I took 236 samples, right, and then the rest is based on the number generator right here, right? So this is basically your risk, and then I essentially just multiply that by the reward, which is I think 0.443 on the ratio, right? So your oh, win over loss. So and then based from there, I created this number that that generates a random number between 221 and negative 515. So let me just demonstrate that one. So as you can see, right now I'm just hitting F9 key in my I'm hitting an F9 key in my keyboard. So as you can see, this thing is constantly generating numbers, and that's what the changes in this column is what you're seeing that's what you're seeing over here on this line. And as I hit F9, as you can see, it's just constantly updating. So what I did is I stitch the your statistical result, cumulative P&L, and then I stitched it to this values right here. Is what you're seeing. So that's the random number generator. I'm just generating, and the reason why I use that is that whether you believe me or not, is that once you get into the trade, uh, there's where the randomness comes in, because there's no telling if whether really you're going to win or not. Now you can increase your chance of the probability of winning. You can increase that number by and that is a function of your discipline, your skills and knowledge. All of that stuff rolls in to increasing your chances of being more right than a 50-50 right or wrong, right? So so that's the main reason I created, or I kind of put your win-loss function. Actually, I mean, you can make this function a lot more complicated, but given the amount of time that I have, um, I at least just to kind of put you in the right, or kind of put you in some kind of track on how to analyze your numbers and how to project numbers in the long term, and how you can improve, right? Because like I said, I'm more of a visual person. So let's just say, since you're interested in your system number one here, right? And according to your description, is that um, system one is 3 contracts, okay? So what if you create some kind of spreadsheet that would, I don't know how you enter. I don't know if you average in or whatnot, but what if the whole total average entry for your risk reward would be increased to more than you know uh, 0.43, right? So I think that's what you saw. So what I'm doing here is really increasing the reward versus your risk. So if I increase it to one, as you see, I mean, it dramatically, it dramatically, from like negative 120,000 to, if I put one there, as you can see, you can easily flip that one if you're seeking a one-to-one. So basically, let's just say this is what you're risking in a day, right? So basically, you go into your trade desk and you go, $515 is all I'm willing to lose today, and in exchange, I am trying to get 500. I'm trying to win $515 today. So that's what this, two values mean, right? So as you can see, all of your system, regardless of which one, um, these are the results already positive, right? This is on the one-to-one, but then again, this is one of those things you track on a weekly basis. Are you one-to-one daily? I mean, some of my trades, you see me. Uh, I mean, even though I'm net positive in the day, my real goal really is very small. So it's like 20 ticks per contract. So if you just multiply that by the contract, you get, you just scale in basically, or you just scale the numbers basically per contract, right? So if this is three contract, it doesn't matter. That's what, about 15 ticks, the most that you can lose. Or I mean, that's like almost just one trade, right, for three contracts. So so as you can see, if I refresh this button right here, I'm gonna hit the refresh button again. As you can see, a one-to-one risk ratio, puts your system one in trouble still. So as you can see, you can take a massive dip, and you can be break even, in the 1,000 trades. So if you keep increasing it, let's just say I put 1.5. Let's just put it in an increment of half. So now, so let's do the math here. So 515 times 1.5. So what this is saying is that I'm willing to lose $515 to win, because I'm seeking to get $772 in return, right? So basically, this is your daily target, right? If you're willing to lose this much, then can I get this much, right? And that is this is the theoretical result of a 1.5 risk ratio, assuming that you can consistently get 1.5 risk ratio. So that's what this model looks like. Now, in reality, that's, you'll actually meander probably much more swing, and the swing really um, depends on your discipline, right? Because I mean, look, if you follow that model, then what this is doing is generating random numbers according to these values right here, right? So the more you increase that, the better your result would be. So you can see, that's, but if you look at this one right here, if you're starting at a small account, there's nothing wrong with this as well, because you can actually scale this in, right? So right now, let's just say, if you're willing to risk 15 ticks over here, right? What about 15 ticks? Let's see, hold on one second, let me pull clear. So 515 divided by 3, you got to average about 17 ticks in there per contract, per trade, or you got 17 ticks total to trade with. I don't know if you scalp or not, or if you're scalping or not. But if you keep this one the same way, I mean, you'll essentially grow your account, uh, if you maintain, the same risk reward ratio. So if this was 2, I mean, I can double this to 300, and then I can do the same thing, right? 450. See? So as you can see, that line just starting to track the one above, and then at this point you got a theoretical loss of 15 ticks per contract. So if you follow that, I mean, this thing, theoretically would grow the same manner as this one. So any of this system is scalable, is what I'm trying to show here, is that you can take any single one of these and just grow it slowly. And I think this is far superior approach, just because if you're sim trading right now, there's a lot of things that you are going to run into, that you'll realize that you'll need to adjust for, when you go from a sim account to a real account. And obviously that's another topic of discussion. So anyways, this is about 20 minutes long. I hope I covered everything. If you have any other question, just feel free to drop by, send me an email. Certainly, we'll try to answer it. Lately, I'm just getting slammed at work, so I might not able to answer as um, sooner. So, anyways, y'all have a good one. Appreciate you guys taking the time, sharing this video, or clicking that like button. Certainly, my subscriber base is starting to grow, so I'm hoping, to attract people that, I mean, just a word of encouragement. This is possible. Anyways, y'all have a good one. Take care, and good night.